Hey, Rumble World Entertainment, and to say things are going absolutely wrong for Snow White would be an understatement. Now, we know the backlash that has been going on since this thing was announced. And no, it wasn't just because they went, hey, Rachel Zegler is going to be Snow White. The second they announced, we're going to remake Snow White, people went, why in the hell would you do that? Then the casting off, hey, we're going to also cast a Latino type of actress to play Snow White. Then they got more backlash. And the train just kept rolling. And it was just getting crazier and crazier. And of course, then what happened? Well, Rachel Zegler opened her mouth and we got gems like...
an edge to it on stage. What do you mean by that?
I just mean that it's no longer 1937, and we absolutely wrote a Snow White that is
not going to be saved by the prince.
She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be, and the leader that her late father told her that she could be if she were.
Your version of Snow White is different, and it's more of a 2022 version of Snow White. What did you mean by that?
I mean, you know, the original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so. There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her.
Yeah.
Weird.
Super weird.
So we didn't do that this time.
So no prince or a different kind of prince?
We have a different approach to what I'm sure a lot of people will assume is a love story just because, like, we cast a guy in the movie.
Right.
Andrew Burnap, great dude.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that I think everyone's going to have their assumptions about what it's actually going to be, but it's really not about the love story at all, which is really, really wonderful. And whether or not she finds love along the way is anybody's guess until 2024. All of Andrew's scenes could get cut. Who knows? It's Hollywood, baby. But it's...
Yeah. And now we have it confirmed that the UK premiere is scrapped, that they are not doing a UK premiere. They're going to do a selective screening to certain media outlets. And keep that in mind as well. Certain media outlets. So basically the ones that will favor Disney. Well, things aren't looking so well for the US either because they've scaled back the Snow White premiere. In fact, they're not actually going to have a traditional premiere. You know, no red carpet. There's absolutely no media interviews allowed for this one, and they basically won't be doing walking the red carpet. And Rachel Zegler, by all accounts, has been pretty much banned from doing any interviews for this movie. Gal Gadot's fine. She's able to go out and talk. That's no problem. Rachel Zegler is a big no-no. And who could be surprised? Because doesn't everyone just love her? But am I wrong to say everyone loves her? Of course everyone loves her, right?
Wrong.
Oh, okay. Well, let's have a look at this article that talks about what exactly is happening. Oh, by the way, it should also be noticed, they've only now put out the pre-booking for tickets 10 days before the movie's release. 10 days. And they've only put it out. And yeah, it's not selling at all. Apparently it's even worse than they were expecting. But let's have a look at this anyway, talking about just the disaster that this is and what's happening with this premiere, or lack thereof. So, with just days to go before the release of its live-action Snow White remake, Disney is drastically reducing its usual Hollywood premiere spectacle. The studio is still hosting an event on March 15th at the El Capitan Theatre, but it won't include an extensive red carpet and media presence typically associated with a major Disney release. Instead, only photographers and a house crew will be allowed to cover the event, with no traditional press interviews taking place. So the only people that are going to be at this thing are photographers and people that basically work in the cinema. That's it. No interviews, no chit chat, no walking the red carpet. Well, there'll be essentially kind of a walking carpet, but just for the photographers, which isn't really walking the carpet. And it'll be very interesting to see if we get any photos of Rachel Zegler and Gal Gadot together, because I strongly doubt it. And if they're all there, I guarantee there'll be someone as a buffer in between them. That'll be interesting to see. But this says anyway, Disney has not commented on this shift, but Even Variety acknowledges that this decision comes amid ongoing controversy surrounding the film. The move follows months of backlash and marketing missteps, making it clear that Disney is playing defense as the film nears its March 21st theatrical release. In the past, Disney has gone all out for live-action remakes, with elaborate red carpet events, numerous interviews, and a media blitz to build hype. The decision to scale back this aspect of Snow White signals a lack of confidence in the film's reception. For context, even underperforming Disney films have received full red carpet treatments. Captain America Brave New World, despite concerns over its potential box office performance, still had a high profile rollout. Yet with Snow White, Disney is seemingly keeping things low key. That's a move that only raises more questions about the film's prospects. And of course, it's more down to Rachel Zegler, which it kind of gets into here about her not being in the US media doing the round. So it's saying this premiere downgrade aligns with Disney's broader approach to limiting Snow White's exposure. As we previously reported, lead actress Rachel Zegler has been noticeably absent from American press appearances. Instead, Disney sent her on a scripted, highly controlled press tour in Japan, where she was unlikely to face tough questions about her past comments or the film's creative direction. There's also all this weird crap of, you can find videos on the Disney YouTube page of them doing this weird kind of unplugged session of the songs. So it's just saying like Whistle While You Work, but it's this like slow down number. It's weird. They're also getting disliked into oblivion. But the fact that, of course, she has been the big key to this. Like, the backlash to, okay, she's not white, even though Snow White is meant to be white, hence her name, Snow White, because her skin is as white as snow. That backlash wasn't as massive as when she came out and starts saying all the stupid crap she was saying. Like, it's so dated, I hated it, I only watched it once, I walked out, I was terrified of it, blah blah blah. You know, she's stalked by the parents, all this crap. And you know when that was happening, this was pretty much Disney's reaction.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Yeah, so it's just getting worse and worse for this movie. The fact now that they're basically hiding it. And remember, this movie needs to make upwards, if not over, $1 billion to break even. And now they can't even promote the thing because of the actress. And don't be mistaken by this. This isn't just going to be a Disney problem. This is going to be any movie that puts her in it problem. If it's the case of, well, she's so unreliable with the crap she says, she's so untrustworthy with the crap she says, she does damage to your movies, that it could get to the stage of, well, we can't even promote the bloody thing now. We've put so much money into it and we can't even have her go out and talk because she just says stupid shit that damages the brand, damages the movie, and makes all of us look like idiots for hiring her in the first place. So she hasn't just destroyed this movie, she hasn't just given other directors a real kind of choice of should we or shouldn't we hire her, and studios. She's essentially just killed her career because, as I said, who the hell would want to hire her if this is the case of, wow, like the optics of this for other studios won't be small and quiet because they will be looking on, wow, she's done that much damage that Disney had to cancel premieres in the UK, scale back a premiere in the US to just photographers, scrap all interviews with the lead actress, and only send her on a controlled thing which nobody cared about and talked about. That is the end of your career if that's the case of what you're doing. Not a good look at all. So this movie, by all accounts, is absolutely doomed. And with that, I shall leave it there for this one. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Cheers, and I'll catch you in the next one.